Hello. Welcome to New Gameplay Today. I am your host, Wesley, and today I'm joined by two very special people. Kyle Hilliard. How you doing?
Hello. How's it going?
And we are also joined by Marcus Stewart. How's it going?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Doing good. And so today we're going to check out a game called, let me make sure I get the name right, Double Dragon Gaiden, Rise of the Dragons, which is a beat 'em up. And I've only played a little bit of it, but I've had a really good time with it. It's like a classic franchise, right, Marcus? Maybe help me out. You're a beat 'em up guy around these parts.
It seems like you were trying to avoid saying you're old. But yes, Double Dragon, classic beat 'em up franchise, one that I grew up playing. Good to see Jimmy and Bimmy back together. It's Jimmy and Billy, by the way. That was just a fun little reference. But yeah.
Embarrassingly, I was about to ask. I was gonna be like, "Wait, is that really his name?" Like that shows like how much I know about Double Dragon.
Yeah, no, those.
I'm young, Marcus. I'm a young man. I'm not. Right. This is new to me. This franchise. Marcus
is the oldest person on the staff, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, much like this series. I'm excited. Double Dragon. It's weird. It's not my favorite beat 'em up series, but it's one that was kind of formulative for me. I played it with my brother growing up, and there's been multiple entries, and at least in my opinion, they've kind of been hit and miss over the years. The one that came before this, I forgot. I think it was Double Dragon 4. Wasn't super great.
Yeah.
But
Double Dragon 4 in 2017. Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought Double Dragon Neon was a fun little sort of. It's weird because they're all sort of throwbacks because of how infrequently we get new ones. But I've been playing this one, and so far I'm having a pretty good time with it.
Yeah, I like the animation. This is my first time seeing it. The protagonist's animation is like, I don't know, not what I expected, but it looks cool. I like it.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. So one thing I've noticed about the animation is that it's very deliberate. Like there's a decent amount of wind up to attacks because of how smooth the animation is. Sometimes to its detriment. Like it sometimes doesn't feel as snappy as you would want for like a beat 'em up. Like I'm used to it at this point because I'm pretty deep into the game. But yeah, it almost reminds me of like, this is going way back, but almost like old school Prince of Persia with like, they're trying to show you, like, look how well animated this little chibi looking guy's kicks are. But it does give the game a distinct sort of like look compared to other beat 'em ups.
I'm not like super big on beat 'em ups just because I tend to not be too good at them, and I don't know, I don't always find them super engaging. But this one has like a really good connect with the hits. I don't know, like I feel like in beat 'em ups sometimes you're just spamming buttons and they're hitting, but I don't really feel that connection. Every single hit in this game has like it's like a really good crunchy feel. And I really enjoyed the way it felt compared to like other beat 'em ups I've played.
Yeah, this game goes for a very big focus on combos. So one thing I really like about it is that it encourages you to line people up and try to take out as many people as you can with like the same attacks, because as you saw there with the hot dog, it rewards you with health depending on how many people you can kill at once. So if you kill 3 people at the same time, you'll get a hot dog that heals you 25 points. If you kill 4 people, you'll get a hamburger that does like more healing. And if you get 5, which is pretty hard to do, you get like a turkey. So it's kind of like, hey, if you can corral everyone together and maybe do like one of your special attacks, we'll pay it back. And it becomes a really important strategy when the game gets harder and your health is hard to come by. It kind of forces you to be maybe a little bit more aggressive. Like, I have to kill a bunch of people at once if I want to heal right now. I think that's a pretty fun little touch. And I don't think you touched on it, Wesley, but probably the big thing about this game is the tag team mechanic.
Yes, yeah. I think I either switched to one mid round or I like have some footage of the other character, Bimmy. But Billy. But yeah, basically, the way I used it was basically when I lost like all my health for one character, it would just automatically swap in the other. But yeah, there is like tag team elements to it. Again, I only got to play this short level that was like literally 8 minutes, so I didn't get to dive too deep into it. But it seems like a big part of the combo action.
Yeah, it's so you can call in if you're playing single player, like one of the 4 characters. I've been playing with Billy and Jimmy, but what's cool is that you can tag out mostly anytime. There's like a meter you have to fill out, which is also your special meter. But tagging people in and out can extend combos, and also it can help break you out of situations. Like if you get stun locked into a combo, calling in someone will break you out of it, or if you get grabbed by someone, they can rescue you that way as well. So again, it's there's some good strategy there. And you kind of have to measure or keep track of your meter, because there would be times you're like, oh, I need tagging right now, but like, oh, I don't have meter yet. Like it fills up slowly on its own, but you kind of don't want to spam it either, because you might want to save it for those situations where you're in trouble.
Yeah, especially because like it's the same meter as special, and I don't know, for me, like using the special to get those combos that gives you the health was more I guess important to how I was playing. Again, I'm not very good, so health is really nice in these games. But yeah, the tagging in uses the whole bar, I think, or at least a good chunk of it, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, pretty much. You just got hit with that knife. Gave me anxiety.
Yeah.
Kyle, what about you? What do you think it so far as the sort of, not to put you on blast, but I think you said that you hate beat 'em ups with the passion of 1,000 suns.
Marcus, I told you that in confidence. No, not the biggest beat 'em up fan. We had, this is a long time ago, Hayden Dalton, who was a designer on Darksiders 2. He came into the old Game Informer offices back in the day, and we played Maximum Carnage with him, I think, on Super Nintendo, because he worked on that game, and he described beat 'em ups as someone who worked on them as a genre where you stand around and punch the air and wait for enemies to walk into your fists. Which is like not really the case these days. Like they've certainly gotten better than that, but like ever since he said that, I couldn't get that out of my head. And certainly old school beat 'em ups, like that is kind of what the game feels like. You just sort of sit there and pound away on the punch button and hope someone gets in the way of your fists. But this looks solid. I like the way it looks. I do like it looks very satisfying to knock a big group of people out and watch them shatter into a million coins, like Scott Pilgrim style. I like the way it looks. But really, the main reason I'm here, though, is I want to plug my feature that I wrote many years ago about the Double Dragon movie, where I interviewed the director. So please go look that up. He was very candid about his time on that film. It was a good interview.
Yeah, one of your favorite films, I believe. Right?
Oh yeah, one of the best ever.
I did not realize there was a movie. I'm gonna have to go and watch a trailer. I don't know.
Okay, yeah. This is a trailer. This trailer's good.
Yeah. But yeah, that's Double Dragon Gaiden, Rise of the Dragons. It's coming to basically everything: PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. It has local co-op, but it will get online co-op in a post-launch update. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the show today. Marcus and Kyle, thanks so much for joining me.
Of course. Thank you.
Bye.